Time to talk about the 1987 novel Sphere, written by Michael Crichton, author of Jurassic Park, The Andromeda Strain. So I finished this over the summer, read it chapter by chapter sporadically, and still haven't seen the movie yet, but let's get into the story of this. The general story is a group of scientists or researchers are gathered by the U.S. Navy and sent out into the Pacific Ocean to explore what they found as a submerged spacecraft that was found at the bottom of the ocean floor. And let's go over the cast of characters. You got the astrophysicist, played by, and even though I haven't seen the movie, I visualize these actors as the characters. That ends up being the astrophysicist ends up being Liev Schreiber. Then you have a mathematician, and when I was first reading this, I didn't know who was playing it. And I was like, who the heck could pull off this role? It's supposed to be like a 32-year-old African-American prodigy type of mathematician with a prowess for all sorts of... He's superior to... He has this supercilious attitude and doesn't really respect anyone, is contemptuous towards everyone else. And I'm like, who the heck could play this? Oh, Samuel L. Jackson. He's got a chip on his shoulder, and so I visualized him as the role. And then there's a marine biologist played, that's the female character in this, played by Sharon Stone. Yeah, Beth. Beth folded her man arms across her chest. Did anyone read that part and almost set the book down? Think about how many people just ended it right there. Anyway, and then the final, which is the main character, is the psychologist played by, his name's Norman Johnson. That's the Dustin Hoffman character. And so they all gather on this Navy submarine and they go down to explore. And the spacecraft ends up having like 10 feet of coral on it, and they say coral only grows an inch a year. So they think it's over 200 years old or something like that, 300 years old. And so that's their theory. And then Samuel L. Jackson, the mathematician, Harry's character, comes up with a theory that it's an American spacecraft and it traveled through time, a la black hole, to end up in this destination. And this is before they even go down into the spacecraft. And inside the spacecraft is when they encounter the sphere, which ends up being kind of a living, reflecting organism. And in this film you really don't get... Michael Crichton isn't that poetic with his prose, but he gives you a lot of scientific knowledge. And he does so much extensive research that he'll devote like a whole chapter just explaining what the process is of training to be submerged into water. And every little detail is explained with a whole bunch of Michael Crichton filler. Anyway, so let me turn the music back on. So I'm pretty much going to get into the story and type of spoilers now. It ends up being, you could enter the sphere and it plays upon your subconscious. This alien form was brought back by an American ship apparently, and it's really left abstruse to the audience, to Michael Crichton, to everyone really. And what it does is it plays upon your subconscious and uses it as your weapon, your darker side of your subconscious. So all their demons come out and lash out at each other, from enormous squids, and then there's parallels to 1,000 Leagues Under the Sea, the Jules Verne novel, which Michael Crichton does with a lot of his books. he makes those parallels, kind of like how he did with the Lost World, Jurassic Park. And in the end, the sphere is basically left up as a mystery, and the three that end up surviving are Harry, Beth, and Norman. And actually, they're able to contact with the sphere, and he says his name is Jerry, and he communicates through like a computer. And that's when he lashes out at them. They think it's the sphere's name. They think that it's him lashing out, but it's really their subconscious lashing out. And I don't know how much to explain here. Was it alien or was it from the future? It's all left inexplicable, really. In the end, it's still a solid read, and if you love science fiction, and you get a lot of science fact in it too, that he gets to explain, like a wide array of scientific knowledge. And anyway, click on the channel for more reviews and whatnot. Tell me what you thought about the book. I'd love to talk about it with you. And check out the review for Sphere. I finally found it on DVD, so I'm going to be watching and reviewing it on this channel. I'm out. Thanks for watching.